Yes. Giving people time to come on in. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Happy Pride. Oh my goodness. WANDEE Goodday tonight. Well, today. Let me not say tonight, but today. Oh, let me give you. Let me see. There we go. All righty. So just giving you guys some more time to come on in. I know it's late, but the weekends is when I can kind of catch up on BL drama episodes that I didn't get a chance to see during the week. I try to see as much as I can, but my work schedule is just big. So sorry for the late live, but it's been a while and I miss you guys. So, and if you haven't seen WANDEE Goodday, let me tell you something. Spoiler alert, because we are going to talk. We are going to talk about it. And you guys, write in the chat. Let me know how you feeling about this BL drama series that we recap and react. And I want to thank and welcome to all the new subscribers and the people who have commented on my videos. I appreciate it. And we're going to just hop on into it, all right? If you don't know, now you know. Welcome back to Hashtag J Podcast. And yes, it's your podcast with all your BL content, recap, react content, a bit of gossip and gossip about your real BL actors, a few BL couples, some BL manhwas, and a few BL animes, giving our unapologetic opinion while splashing a dash of light. So first off, if you've seen my video on WANDEE Goodday when I recap episodes 1 through 6, I was freaking mind blown. I did not expect this BL series to be as good as it is, but baby, it is hitting. I'm just into it, and we're gonna talk about it because episode 7 did air today. And you can catch WANDEE Goodday on YouTube. I noticed that a lot of people frequently ask, where can I see this BL drama? What episode? And where can I go to see it? You can see WANDEE Goodday on YouTube. Okay? Now, episode 7 slapped. Like, if you didn't catch it, you can catch it. I forgot to link it in the video. But you can see in in the live the title of the video where you can find it on YouTube, basically. But this episode slapped. Like, this episode honestly showed that WANDEE was in it. Well, WANDEE's in love with YORYAK, but he's in deep like with Dr. Tur. I don't think he ever was in love with the doctor. I don't think that was the case, because in the first episode, when he get turned down by that doctor, he don't cry at all. He actually goes into his bag and tried to have him a hot boy summer real quick and bag and tag anything he can come in contact with, laying his source down. But he wasn't hurt the way he was hurt by YORYAK breaking up with him from their fake relationship, which I don't think it was anything fake about that relationship. They were doing real shit in a fake situation. That's just how I see it. But you can tell that in this episode right here, that WANDEE really experienced a heartbreak. And we didn't see that with the doctor. I just wanted to point that out. real quick. But it starts off with basically, picking up from, them spending nights together. And WANDEE notices that YORYAK's nightmares are very frequent. And he's concerned. He's concerned because he's in deep in love with YORYAK. But he's concerned. Now, when YORYAK wakes up, they have their little chitter-chatter, their little moments, right? But it's coming close to the time for them to go their separate ways, meaning YORYAK prepares and he does his fight with, I think, what is the guy named? Luke. And WANDEE has to go to Japan with Dr. Tur for their presentation for their scholarship. So basically, you can see that WANDEE is kind of going through it with them being separated. But WANDEE basically makes YORYAK make a promise that if he successfully does this scholarship, he wanted him to promise that he will meet with his best friend, Dr. Kang, who is a psychiatrist. Because honestly, YORYAK needs therapy. He got a lot of internal issues, between the death of his mother and just all the crap dealing with, you can tell with some issues with the family regarding his relationship with his brother. And we have yet to meet his dad, so we don't really know the backstory of that. So it seemed like YORYAK needs a friend with degrees on their wall for him to just unpack what he got going on. So he makes that promise to WANDEE, but he also wanted something from WANDEE as well, but we don't get that in the beginning. All right. So the next morning, YORYAK doing what he do, he takes care of WANDEE. They take care of each other. But YORYAK finds a photo. Now, at first, you don't even know what's going on. You just see him looking at this photo, and his whole vibe just changed. Like he's just looking like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, So, WANDEE noticed something was going on, but he didn't know exactly what was going on because YORYAK was quick. He put that shit up, right? So they sit at the dinner table. They doing a little thing. But in that instinct, I felt like YORYAK felt like WANDEE did not let go of Dr. Tur when he's trying to make it seem like he did, like he's not into him. But baby, you are. You are still into him. You know what I mean? So in that instinct, I really liked how YORYAK kind of cleaned it up and he retracted back to just, let me just play it off. Let me just act like I didn't see what I saw and let me just, So YORYAK goes to his brother's boyfriend, Shay, and he questions the idea of someone when they're broken up with someone or no longer with that person, why do they still have their things? And Shay really brought up some real shit, Just because you do keep things from a previous relationship, it doesn't mean that you're still in deep like or love of that person. That thing can have a amazing experience or a good moment that really don't have much to do with the person, but more so of what you got out of that situation, and that is why you kept it. And at the end of the day, when you really think about it, WANDEE and Dr. Tur weren't in a relationship. WANDEE was just in deep like of Dr. Tur. So really, him keeping something is not in that context of how YORYAK was seeing it. Give me 1 second. I need me a drink of water. All right. So we get more of a context of why YORYAK felt some type of way about the photo, because in the beginning, when WANDEE was convincing YORYAK that he's over Dr. Tur and he's just on bigger and better things, right? Basically, YORYAK threw that photo in the garbage. So it's just like, how did it end up out the garbage into the box? Now that's when it got a little tricky, and I was just like, okay, maybe he do have a reason to feel some type of way. I mean, I don't know. Now, just to give y'all context on why I cannot play what I'm talking about, because it's copyright reasons. That's the reason why there's a difference to my videos to a point. I cannot play so many things in my videos and it be visible to you. So that's why you're getting me in a photo of what I'm talking about. So bear with me. If I can put a clip of a video in, I will. Trust me, I will. But this is what I can give you right now. You know, until there's some change. So just FYI, if you notice the changes in my videos from older videos, yeah, I can't, copyright reasons, I can't put up everything. So here you go. I'm showing you guys so you can go check it out on YouTube. So now let's get back to it. So once you find out that it was in the garbage and it came out the garbage and it ended up back in the box, it's like, you know, I don't really know what to say, but I'm hoping everything works out. But back to it. So Yoryak is this. We get to a scene where Yoryak goes with Wandee to the hospital, and Yoryak tells Wandee he will wait for him while he finished. And while Yoryak is waiting for Wandee, Dr. Tur sees them from the cut because he's just a peeping Tom. He like peeping from corners. I've noticed that. He's a peeping corner type of person. Let me see if I can see here. Oh, it's not moving. That's just great. We're just gonna talk about it. We just gonna talk about it. I was having issues moving it before this, and I figured that it would just work its way, like let God have its way, and it would work. But the show must go on. So when Dr. Tur decides to have words with Yoryak, right? I felt some type of way because I felt like, what is it that precisely you want to say to Yoryak? And I already know this is when the mess is about to start. This is the drop of the mess. You know what I mean? So when Dr. Tur came to Yoryak, he's just like, he's on some, I know you and Wandee are in a fake relationship and you're not fooling nobody. But I like Yoryak's comeback. Yoryak's comeback, it was like, why do you assume our relationship is fake? And why are you so pressed if our relationship is real? Because at the end of the day, he told Wandee he's into females. So if you're into females, whether Wandee and Yoryak relationship is real or fake, why does it matter to you? Know what I mean? So Yoryak, I feel like Yoryak handled Dr. Tur like a champ. But at the end of the day, he was still like shaking in his boots. But you gotta kind of blame Wandee because his so and iffy type of feel when it comes to him is because of Wandee. Wandee didn't keep it a buck and he wasn't solid with his feelings to Yoryak. So that's when it gets a little tricky. You know what I mean? So they have their chat and we get to the point where Wandee and Yoryak are in one of Wandee's training sessions that he paid for. He's really keeping up with these training sessions. And in the training session, Wandee basically tells Yoryak that he doesn't want to go to Japan. And Yoryak asks him why. And he says that he doesn't want to go to Japan because if he goes to Japan, he won't get to see him. And it was just like YORYAK just felt all good inside because throughout the episode, Dr. Tur really rattles YORYAK's brain. Like that whole situation really rattles YORYAK because YORYAK is literally have fell in love with WANDEE. And just the thought of WANDEE being with Dr. Tur and WANDEE choosing Dr. Tur over YORYAK really bothered him. So he was really hurt by it. So we see that when WANDEE said to him, if I go to Japan, I won't get to see you. That was like a good moment for YORYAK because that was WANDEE basically telling him he's gonna miss him, and if he's in Japan, he doesn't get to see him all the time. So that was just like super cute. It was like we really enjoyed it. We ate it up, and these two. If you watched our recap on 1 through 6, I showed a behind the scenes interview with these two. The way they work together, I enjoy it. I eat it up. I love it. You can tell that they are really like friends. It's chef's kiss. Okay, so let's just get back to it. So when WANDEE basically tells him he misses him, we get to the point where let's see here. We get to the point where WANDEE tries to get out of the weight training session of his workout session, and he doesn't. But that's when he told him that he's gonna miss him when they're doing the weight training, and they agreed to meet at WANDEE's place after. So YORYAK sneaks out the house to be with WANDEE, and when he gets to WANDEE's place, WANDEE ain't there, but it's set up for a dinner for two. But WANDEE's not there. Now WANDEE's not there because Dr. Tur's sneaky ass had came to WANDEE with his BS. And WANDEE was busy upstairs in his apartment sipping wine with his trifling behind. And he conned him by telling him he wanted to talk about the project that they need to do in Japan, the presentation. And he's so engulfed with them talking about the presentation, YORYAK's in his apartment waiting for him. And eventually Cal shows up, and now it's Cal and YORYAK looking for WANDEE. Now, WANDEE's realizing it's time for his ass to go, and Dr. Tur is trying to kiss up all up on WANDEE. WANDEE's like, we're not having that. So WANDEE's like, it's time for me to go, because I got somebody waiting. My man's waiting for me. I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but it's like, my man's waiting for me. So Dr. Tur, he is messy as, God. He's so damn messy. Nevertheless, a pipe breaks, he's shirtless, in boxers. WANDEE's in his get up his tiger get up to YORYAK's bunny get up. And they open the door, first it's Cal, and then it's YORYAK, and then YORYAK, him and Dr. Tur have words, and in that instance, WANDEE kind of chose Dr. Tur because he was worried about him, and then he kind of told YORYAK that he was wrong and for him to go back, and YORYAK was just like, he don't know. When I go back, he don't realize I'm going back home, okay? Because I read it in his face. But the thing about it is, in that instinct, it was like, WANDEE, why did you notice that them two have words? They never had words before. But why would YORYAK have words with Dr. Tur? Obviously, Dr. Tur had to say something to that man. He had to say something to YORYAK. And that's why I love when you have a friend that's just not stupid and you just can see everything. Because Dr. Cal read the room and he was just like, whoa. Me and you gonna have a talk. Me and you can talk. Because Dr. Cal noticed that Dr. Tur was being damn well messy. He was being a Miss Messy Boots. And we see you. We see you. We see you. We see you, Messy. We see you. So I just feel like in that instinct, Wandy should have just pulled it back, and he should have just looked at that situation like, hold on. Because first of all, why am I even here for so long? And to a point, it's understandable why he's mad. But after that instinct, that's when Yoryak breaks up with Wandy, and to solidify the breakup, baby, Yoryak asked for his jewelry back. He asked for his necklace back, and he took it off of Wandy. And Wandy cried. Wandy cried. Yoryak cried. They both cried because it's a breakup. They're under the pretense that they're never gonna see each other again. Well, Wandy's optimistic that he gonna get Yoryak back. Like Wandy, let's just say Wandy and Moo got some things in common. But Wandy was just not to a point giving up on Yoryak. And he was calling. And when he was practicing for that fight, Shay to a point knew something was going on with him and Wandy. And you could see that Shay was worried that whatever was going on with Wandy would have played a role in God, why am I having a brain fart? In Yoryak's fight. But it did. It did because he got knocked the hell out. Like Yoryak lost that damn fight. And it was like, ooh. And the whole time Wandy was in Japan, he was just thinking about Yoryak. Dr. Tur is just that tick that just keep on ticking. He's just trying to get in where he know damn well he no longer fits in. And I really do feel like he's up in the ante because he realized that Wandy, he can see that Wandy really likes Yoryak. I think that's why he's pursuing Wandy more, and he's coming for Yoryak because he's noticing that Wandy really likes Yoryak. So I'm just like, whew, dear God, dear God, dear God. And it's just like, so he loses the fight. They do their presentation in Japan. But before they do their presentation in Japan, Dr. Tur gets wasted and he decides to want to spill his feelings. But you can see that Wandy to me is over Dr. Tur. He's over. I think he's so over that situation. And I feel like the breakup gave Wandy a level of clarity. I think in that breakup, Wandy realized that he was in love with Yoryak. And just the thought of him not being with Yoryak the way he has been, and he will only be left with the doctor, he just was not having that shit. And I feel like it was a realization that Wandy needed. Like Yoryak needed to break up with Wandy for Wandy to realize. Because in this episode, Wandy's best friend do tell he needs to be honest with Yoryak and tell Yoryak that he likes him because it's a possibility that Yoryak can be fed up of Wandy and be like, listen, forget all of this. You do you and I'll do me. And that's eventually what happens. You know, what his best friend told him could happen to him, happened to him. So I feel like Wandy learned a lot of things from that breakup. And he realized who he was with. I think there was just it was no more confusion there anymore. And Wandy knew what his mission was going to be and what he was going to do, especially when Dr. Cow called him. And I think he told him basically to look at the news to see what happened with Yoryak. And I feel like him knowing that Yoryak lost that fight, and in that instinct, he needed him because he just knows. He knows he needed him. And the fact that he came back to Yoryak and we find out that the thing that Yoryak wanted from Wandy, if he won his fight, he wanted Wandy's first kiss. And Wandy gives it to him. All right? Wandy gives him the first kiss, and then the second kiss was just all Wandy. And he said, it's all me. how I feel about you, everything. So I feel like at the end of the episode, is this them really getting together now? I mean, have they blossomed from a fake relationship to a real relationship? I don't know. I hope so. Because I'm telling you, this this series slaps. It slaps. Like, it is really, 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 really good. I think I still have the behind the scenes um clip, and I can play it for you guys if you want to see it, in case you didn't see it in the video. Let's see it. เรื่องนี้ด้วยกันได้ยังไงก่อนเขาน่ากลัวเขา
ผมเข้ามาอยู่ก่อนแล้ว
เขาเข้ามาอยู่ก่อนแล้ว
ครับ
เขาเข้าไปอยู่ GMM ก่อนแล้วก็แต่ผมไม่ได้แต่พี่ก็คือเรื่องนี้เลยถูกไหม
เรื่องนี้เลยจริงๆมีเรื่องก่อนหน้านี้คือ Beauty Newbie ที่เล่นกับน้องบินกับพี่ใบเฟิร์นแต่ว่าก็ตอนที่เข้ามามันจะมี2เรื่องก็มีเรื่องนั้นแล้วก็เรื่องนี้ที่เขาบอกว่าเขาบอกว่าอยากให้พี่เล่นเรื่องนี้แล้วก็เขาเล็งตัวอีกตัวหนึ่งไว้แล้ว
แต่ไม่พูดตอนนั้นบอกแล้ว
บอกชื่อแล้วว่าเป็นแบบเนี่ยคุณอินสาลินเนี่ยพี่อยากให้เขาถ้าเขาเซ็นเข้ามาเขาจะให้มาคู่กับพี่ก็เลยบอกว่าได้ครับถ้าเป็นน้องอินพี่เล่นก็เลยแบบเลือกเซ็นเข้ามาเลย
เป็นเพราะ
เขาจริงต้องบอกว่าเป็นเพราะเขาด้วยที่ผมรับเล่นเพราะถ้าเป็นคนอื่นอาจจะต้องคิดก่อนและอาจจะต้องคิดมากกว่านี้
เพราะว่าเขาอายุเยอะ
So, guys, as you see, I love the dynamics of how they are. They are truly like the cutest thing ever. And the way they mesh and how they work together is just super dope. I love the fact that if I'm not mistaken, his name is Great. I love the fact that Great expressed that he really wanted to do the series when he found out N was in the series. He was going to be working with N. So I like that. I like that.
แล้วแกจะเอาน้องที่ไหนไปเล่นกับเขา
แก
เรา19พี่30
Now, as you can see, I hate when it does this, but as you can see that these guys, I'm sorry, it's just, they do it for me. Like, WANDEE GOODDAY is the shit. I'm sorry, like, this series slaps. I really enjoy it. These guys are amazing. Hold on. These guys are amazing. And the way they work well together, how episode 7 came together, it was good. Listen, there's no complaints here. I enjoyed episode 7. Episode 7 ended off great. WANDEE giving YORYAK his first kiss. Because if you seen the episode, YORYAK really went through it that he lost that fight. Like, his brother came for him and he basically said some things that made you wonder, like, what's really going on in his head. And he was just like, yeah, I suck. I suck to everybody. I'm just a loser. I'm a failure. And you just felt for YORYAK because you just like, YORYAK, you are not a failure. It's like his brother. Now, the thing is with YORYAK's brother, where I feel that he is stressing over this loss is because YORYAK's brother owes some money. And I think that Shay and YORYAK don't know that they owe money to certain type of people. Because the way YORYAK's brother started crying I don't think those were only tears of sadness of what your brother was saying. I think those are tears of fear. Okay. I don't know what is expected to happen because it's 10 episodes in this BL drama, I think it is. And we're up to episode 7. So it's 3 episodes of possibilities. Okay. So it's just like, I don't know what type of crap the brother has gotten into, but I feel like that it was a need for YORYAK to win that fight. It was just a high need. And if it wasn't going to go down the right way, it was just like, you know, it's it's just I literally kind of to a point fear what is going to happen to, like, I fear what's going to happen to the brother once everything comes out. Like, I really do. I really do. Because it's crazy. It's crazy. So if you haven't seen WANDEE Goodday, I would tell you go check it out. It's a really good BL drama series. Oh my God. It's really good. Really good. Alrighty. The next series we are definitely going to talk about is We Are. Okay? So we are going to go. What the hell? Well, first of all, let me go into YouTube. Get it together or forget it forever, girl. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can find. We are. We got episode 11. Okay. Now, when it comes to the We Are series, I actually had an interesting comment on one of my videos. Let's actually go to that video. Let's actually go. It's so funny because I feel like I honestly need to just, okay. I know exactly. It's on a short, and it's this short particularly.
I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it this.
Shout out for the love one.
I'm trying to be.
But the comment that that kind of took me out, and I think I kind of got an answer. But I'll give you the best answer I can, right? The person said, well, can you tell me is Fang bottom or not? And the edit is very nice. So thank you, Maria VMR. Well, Maria _VMR _official. Thank you again. And from episode 11, right? Because as you see, they, you know, a bomb, or a boom, however you say the pair, they have a moment, baby. And their moment wasn't bad. It was a little picante. It wasn't the hot picante, but it was a little picante, right? So they had a moment, right? And in that moment, what I can gather from it, well, actually, let's see if we can watch somebody else. Because we saw, all right, let's go back to VR, because I did see somebody point. Okay, so shout out to After Hours. Let's see.
Guys, we are back with We Are, episode 11. I can't
be able to
believe that we already
doesn't
had
want to
episode.
let me be great. Right? Look at this. Go on to other videos. Let's go back. You see this? Won't let me be great. I don't know what's happening. There we go. No, it won't let me be great. Why won't you let me be great?
แต่กูกลับไม่เคยมองหา
I'm having the most funniest live technical difficulty. I have to laugh at myself. I'll figure this out by the next live. But they have a moment. And from that moment, what I get from it is, if they are not versatile, because to me, they come off like a versatile couple, because them two low-key they both have relatively strong personalities. Because throughout the series, you find out that Fang and Tan didn't even like each other in the beginning. So they're kind of sort of like Pyum and Pim, but they were a bit more intense, like wanting to put hands on each other, and did put hands on each other, just not in a romantical way. But they both, to a level, have strong personalities. And you can see that Fang ain't really romantical and don't really know how to be a boyfriend to a point. But Tan has this idea and a fantasy of what a relationship is like. So they mesh well together with that crazy quirkiness they got going on. But in context, if they are not a versatile couple, my opinion, I personally think that Fang is the top. Even though it doesn't appear that way on surface, like when you're looking at them, it doesn't appear that way, but I feel like it would be funny if he was. It would just be the funniest thing if he was the top in the situation. So I feel like Fan is the top in the situation. Just to answer that question. To give context to that question, I feel like he's the top. Okay? Now, when when it comes to Pyum and Pim, things are getting hot. Like, things are getting real hot with them. They're getting closer. Feelings are getting deeper. And after that camping trip, Pyum is really going hard at the paint for Pim. Especially since, what's his name? Kyung was going hard for Pim. I feel like Pyum is like, listen, I gotta up the ante. I gotta let Pim know I wanna be down, and I wanna know, I wanna know if I can be with you type thing. So Pyum is more outspoken, dancing around relatively the feelings he has for Pim. He doesn't relatively come out and tell Pim he likes him, but he dances around the idea of wanting to take care of him, wanting to do things for him, and wanting to be there for him. And low-key, Pim is eating it up. And there is a scene where Pyum does show up, and Pim relies on Pyum to make him feel better. So we can see that Pim is getting more comfortable with Pyum on a level of a boyfriend level. And Pim is very aware, and he's a little bit scared of what he's feeling because he doesn't know if Pyum is really, his intentions are really pure like he's making it seem, So as we, thank you for the love, guys. Thank you for the love. As we go on, we get to the point where these two relatively spend the night together. Pim needed a moment where he needed his brain to be free because he felt a little backed up. You know how artists be having their little blockage? So he needed a little stress reliever. And Pyum is Pim's stress reliever, So they spend, time together at Pyum's place. And these two love to kiss a lot. Throughout a lot of BL drama series that I watch, these two really love to kiss a lot. They love to kiss each other. They kiss every time. And we eat it up because we love it. Okay? We eat it up. because we love it. All right. But one thing I love it, they literally they kiss behind closed doors every single moment they can. So, they kissing in the pool. Like I said, they kissing every moment, so they kissing in the pool. And Hume suggests that Pim should stay the night with him because he is so worried about him. And they stay the night together. He stays the night with him. I've noticed that Pim has a weakness to Hume, like to a level he can't really tell him no. But I feel like he just can't, it's something about him, he can't resist him. But it's that thing about him that he can't resist him, he's resisting it at the same time. And he's trying to pull back from it and not fall deep into it. If you get what I'm saying. But their night together was nice. And in that context, Hume put it out there to Pim that in the future, he wants to do more things other than spooning. All right. That means there's a high chance he wants, well, no, it's not a high chance. We know. He wants to get body to body with Pim. And he kind of basically told Pim he wants to get body to body. That's what it is. And I was just like, okay, all right, Pim. We see you. We see you. You very outspoken on your field. Okay, we see you. We see you. He's just like, yeah, I'm going to do other things. I was like, oh, okay. But Pim wasn't kind of feeling that. He was like, what the fuck? Like, what you mean? Like, what's going on? And Pim was like, he's just going to play slave. Like, you didn't hear what you heard, but you heard what you heard. But just know that it's going to go down eventually at some time. And are we gonna see when that happens? Here, inquiring minds want to know. Know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's tasteful. Nothing too crazy. You can give us a mild pecan taste sauce. Like how you gave us Fan and Tan. All right? So the next morning when they wake up, we can see that Pim don't want to get out that bed. Pim want to stay in that position forever. That's just my opinion, because when it was time to get up and go, he wasn't trying to go nowhere. That's all I'm saying. Until Hume offered to bathe him himself. And then all of a sudden he had the spirit of Jesus. Or I think he suggested to bathe him or they do other things. And he had the spirit of Jesus to wash his ass and get ready to go to school. So these two are getting close. And we also see that Pim runs into Beer, and Beer is Hume's best friend, one of Hume's best friends, and he is technically the only person that Hume actually openly admitted that he liked Pim to, because the only ones who do know and have an idea is Fang, Toye. Beer had an idea at first, but confirmation at the camp when Hume came out to him. And Q has an idea because to a point Pim talks to him about Hume. So those are the ones that's in the loop of things. And Toye is basically the first one who knew what was up from the beginning. When he first saw them, he was like, oh, I see you. I see what's going down. And I'm here for it. Toye was like, yes, I'm here for it. I'm rooting for y'all. So he asked Beer a few things about Hume just to get an idea of him, to get an idea of what type of person he is, to see if he's genuine, if his intentions are real. Because you have to remember, these two didn't start off on a organic type of way where Pim would actually believe that Hume liked him. It was a slave contract that they had with each other. And to a context, it was unfair to Pim. So you got to realize he do have this type of view of Hume that he kind of haven't let go. It has chiseled down to like maybe a speck, but that speck still rides strong on Pim's decision of whether or not to be with Hume and what to do with the feelings he got for him. I'm just saying. we see you. So we see an episode where Fan has a moment. You know, he comes for Tan for not answering the phone. And I was like, ooh, Fan, you is a diva. Like, ooh, it's a possibility. Y'all in school, he could be taking a test. And that was the case. He was taking a test. But he had a moment because he was in his fields and he needed his man and his man wasn't available. And in that moment, I kind of laughed to myself because I was just like, all the times you see Tan like running to Fan. And this is the moment where we see that Fang is low-key running to Tan. So it was cute. They have their moment, but Tan has a way of making Fan okay with his level of aggressive craziness. He do have a little bit of aggressive crazy. He's always resorting to wanting to hit somebody. Let's just keep it about. So Tan knows how to tame him in hindsight. So we get to the point where they have dinner together. Fang makes the only thing he know how to make, which is spaghetti. And just to end off their little session, that's how we get to the point that there's a possibility that this couple could be a verse couple. But if they are not a verse couple, like I said before, I am a firm believer. I believe that Fang may be the top. That's just my opinion. I think he's the top. He may be the top in the situation. That's just my opinion. Okay? Alrighty. Now, in this instance, Pyum is letting Pim know that he want to take care of him. Pyum is basically, in a sense, keeping Pim company while he completes the art project that he's having issues with. And to a point, if you notice, I think Pyum is Pim's muse. I think he works very well when Pyum is in his aura, in his vicinity, and his creativity just flows. And they just so simpatico to each other. And you just eat it up because we enjoy this. Pim also puts an end to Clune's persistence of wanting to get with him. Clune shows up to Pim's job and he basically, after a while, he asks Pim if he have a crush on someone. And Pim doesn't answer right away, but eventually he does. And he tells Clune that he does have a crush on someone. And I think Clune basically puts two and two together that Pim's crush is Poom. It's Poom. It's Poom. So it's like, stop now. You no longer have to pursue Pim. But I think in that instance, Pim realized why Poom was so frustrated with him because he saw that Clune was trying to get with him. And he likes him. And at the end of the day, at some point in time, Poom really does admit to Pim that he's agitated by him because he can see that he's trying to get with him. So in that instance, I think Pim finally saw what Poom saw. And it was just like, ow, this is what was ruffling his feathers. So let me nip this in the bud because low-key, I want to be with him and I want him to be my man. You know what I mean? So we just like, I was happy. In that moment, I was like, because Pim was getting on my goddamn nerves when it came to Clune. I don't know about anybody else, but he got on my nerves. He got on my nerves. I just could not understand why that man just kept giving that man life. I couldn't understand it for the life of me. I couldn't understand it. But it's whatever. All right. So we have that Poom towards the end. At the end, he confessed to him that he liked him in front of the group of friends, and everybody basically loses their shit. And honestly, Honestly, I thought Pim was going to be the one to come out and say it, but it's Poom. But you can see that Beer is happy that Poom is taking the initiative because certain choices that Poom made, Beer wasn't into it. He was low-key kind of mad at Poom for talking to Pim in certain type of ways. And he also let Pim know that he wasn't a big fan, nor did he like the fact that that Poom came up with that slave thing for him in order to get to know Pim and to get close to Pim, basically. Because he said, I think he tried to downplay it when he said at first it was just to make fun of him, but then he eventually started to like him. I personally think Poom liked Pim before that soccer ball hitting that damn painting. That's just my opinion. But it ends with Poom basically coming out to the friends that he and to Pim that he liked him. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And it was a good moment. So that was episode, let's see, what was it? Episode 11? Yes, episode 11 of We Are. If you haven't checked it out, I'll tell you to go check it out. It's a really good episode. We're going to get into My Love Mix-Up, episode 2. And My Love Mix-Up, you can also watch on YouTube. I don't think you can watch VR on YouTube. I don't think you can. But I think you can. I'm not really sure. I don't think you can. But My Love Mix-Up, obviously, you can see it here. As you see me doing this. This is how you navigate through the YouTube and find the episode. Just to let you know. Guys, I get asked this question a lot on these videos. Where can I find this episode? Where can I find this episode? So watch. I'm going to be doing lives more. Watch the lives. I will do more functions like this so you can visually see how to get to the episode. Okay? So My Love Mix-Up was actually really good. Oh, it's a commercial. Jesus. YouTube be killing me with these damn commercials. I'm not gonna hold you. They kill me with these commercials. Right. There we go. So let's see, because to a point can't play the video, which sucks, right?
เนี้ยเราก็จะชอบของเราต่อไปนายเปลี่ยนใจเราไม่ได้หรอก
เราอยากรู้จักคำตอบที่ได้มากกว่านี้ก่อน นายช่วยรอคำตอบเราหน่อยนะ
คำตอบอะไรอ่ะ
ที่นายชอบเราไง นายช่วยรอเราหน่อยนะ
So that's a little glimpse of the last episode. So on this episode of My Love Mix-Up, it's more so focused on their play. Now it's the Thai version of Cinderella, which it was interesting. It was cute. And as you know, A-Tom is trying to help the girl who he has a crush on. Well, after this episode, that's kind of past tense. But the girl who he has a crush on, I think her name is Moondee. He tries to help her get with Kang. I hope that's how you say his name. Kang. So he's trying to basically align them together to be around each other. He's trying to help a girl out. He's trying to help a sister out, trying to do her solid. And it's not really working out to his favor. It's kind of failing. And it's always ending up with him and Kang being together and doing things together. So basically they joined the art team to set up the background scene of the play. Kang is the prince of the play. And Moondee is cast as Cinderella. Now she gets stage fright, and A-Top ends up becoming Cinderella, but he gets a different name. And it turns into a BL Cinderella story, basically. And everybody's to a point, they learn to just mesh and get into it. Now, at first, A-Tom was trying to help Moondee by offering his services in the beginning to play Cinderella. But they wasn't down with it because he's a guy. But at the end of the day, they had no other choice because that girl just was not budging. She could not make it on that stage. She was like, hell nah, I cannot do this. And she did not do it. A-Time ended up doing it anyway. And him and Kang and Kornthas killed it. Like, they killed it. They did their thing. But in that situation, in that play, I feel like that's when A-Time realized that he was in love with Kornthas and he's not in deep like of WANDEE. And at the end of this episode, because really the whole episode is them with this play and them setting up for the play and him and Kornthas like getting close. Him and Kang getting close. That's mostly the episode. They're just roughly getting close by setting up. But in this episode is when A-Time finds out that WANDEE actually have a crush on, I think the best friend, I think his name is Half. Yes. He finds out that she has a crush on Half and not Kornthas. Come to find out, when she wrote Half's full name on her eraser, she had erased the other part of his name off to the point that Kornthas was the only name left on the eraser. So that's why A-Time thought it was Kornthas who she had a crush on and not Half. And I was like, damn. So he finds that out when he confessed to WANDEE that he likes Kornthas. And he says, I'm sorry, I know you like him. And she was like, no. Like, she was like, I like Half. But at first when he said, I know you like him, she thought he was talking about Half. And she says Half's name. And that's when A-Time was like, hold up, I thought it was Kornthas. And she was like, no, it's Half. And that's when he realized that he has been putting her together with a dude that she didn't even like in the first place. But lo and behold, he ends up falling for him. So they kind of make an agreement to help each other to get with their crushes. And it was cute. I think it was a cute little turnaround to the fact that in the beginning, A-Time has a deep like and crush on his best friend WANDEE. And he finds out that she has a crush on somebody else that's not him. And how he takes it on the chin and decides to help his best friend instead of being bitter and messy. I actually love that. I love that in the Japanese version, I think. The original version is either Japanese or Korean. I want to say it's Japanese. But the original version of My Love Mix-Up, I love that whole idea that he really wasn't bitter about it. Like, he really did take it on the chin. And he was really okay with her liking somebody else and just being a supportive friend and helping her. And I really enjoyed it. Like their take on My Love Mix-Up, I like it. It's different. It's not the same as the first one. Because the original one, it takes a while before he actually finds out that she doesn't like the guy that's pursuing him like he likes him. And we get, with the Thai series, we're going to get more to a level, a little bit more interaction between the characters than we do with the original version of some of these BL drama reboots. So if you guys are not watching My Love Mix-Up, it is a good BL drama series. And it's up to episode 2, so it's not too much that you have to catch up on. It's really, you can catch up on it. It's only 2 episodes, and it's a really good watch. Really good, really good. Now, if anybody in here enjoy Our Man Wild Monday, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am considering, and you guys just drop it below the video, I'm considering doing like a Twitch watch, like a live watch, react to the anime Twilight Out of Focus. Because I'm not going to lie, from that trailer, I feel like that BL anime is just going to be so good. And I want to enjoy it with you guys. I kind of don't want to watch it by myself. And it's nothing like a good bit of company to watch. Seems like a good BL anime. So I'm thinking about, bringing #J to Twitch, and we have a watch party of that BL anime. So let me know what you guys think of that. I think I'm going to do a post, and you just let me know what you guys think of it. It's something I'm considering and thinking. So I just want to know what you guys think about that. Does it sound like something that is doable? Something we can do. And, well, one, I got to see if I have access to it. And I don't think that would be too hard. I think I've figured out the way how to navigate that space. The things that is kind of hard to see here. I think I've been doing pretty well with it. It's a lot of what's another BL anime that's really good? I think it's called Welcome Home. I want to say it's called Welcome Home. Don't quote me. But it's about the Omega and the Alpha and the baby. And oh my God, that BL anime is so good, guys. You gotta check it out. Also, since we are talking about Meanwhile Monday, guys, I have to put you on to this. Oh my goodness, to this BL manhwa, and it's actually a manhwa that shows up in one of my shorts, actually. And at the beginning of this short, okay, there it is. Would you allow me? Oh, you allow me to be great on my own after this video. That's like really great. Okay. Put it on. And whoa, stop. Like, horrible. Okay. Well, the first BL manhwa that you see is called Slam a Dog. Now, Slam a Dog is good. Guys, let me tell you something. I think I'm gonna do a mix for you guys. But Slam a Dog is about a young boy, I think how you pronounce it, Myung Lee. Basically, he's in prison for something that logically he didn't do. He kind of got set up. That's what you kind of find out. And he has this thing about people stabbing people and coming at them from the back. And when he's in the clinker, he gets moved to a bigger clinker that's a bit more of a dangerous clinker. And when he's first put into that clinker, even the workers wondered why he was being put in there, because his crime doesn't match the time doing in that clinker. But when he is roomed in that clinker, he is told to stay away from a gentleman named Jinji. Now, Jinji is the man with the ponytail, who, how should I say this? He likes to steal various peaches in prison. We'll put it like that. And when you are in his vision, he is coming for your peaches. Okay? So they're telling him to stay away from Jinji's perspective, else he's going to come for your peaches. And Myung Lee kinda doesn't get it until he calls himself trying to help him. And he helps him in a way that gets him in a situation. It gets him in a situation that he logically can't get himself out of. Like, he has to make a deal with Jinji, because at some point in time, Muley has to fight for his peach from everybody in the clinker, because Jinji gets Muley after Muley saved him from getting shanked from the back. And Genji feels some type of way because he felt like Muley did something that makes him seem weak, but he's not weak. Like he's not a weak guy. He can get stuff done. We finally got it to stop. So I'm talking about this. This is horrible. But he finally he was mad at Muley. And the thing about Muley is he's not weak. He fights even though he's lucid. Like he's not like a easy give in. But Genji gets Muley. He steals Muley's peach. But the thing about Muley is different from the other peach holders in the clinker. Muley was a satisfactory peach. Muley was a little bit different. And I think it has something to do with their interaction too, before him getting that peach. But then when he wanted to personally have that peach, Muley wasn't having that. He was like, hell no, I ain't down with you. And Muley eventually made a friend in one of his workshops. Come to find out, the friend he made in the workshop is Genji's younger brother. So it's just like, what the fuck? Honestly, like, what the fuck? So, in this context, right, Muley has to fight for his peach. Because everybody in their mama is coming for that peach. Because Genji told them to. Even the old man that tried to help Muley, it was crazy. I don't know. He put like a commissary bounty on his head. I didn't like to think that's even possible, but it is possible. But you could say Genji put a commissary bounty on Homeboy and told everybody you can have at it. So in the midst of one night when he was fighting a great fight, when I say he was bloody, they hit his eye. It was a stressful situation, right? That's when Muley decides to take Genji on his offer and said, yes, I'll be a peach. I'll be a permanent peach, and you can permanently hold my peach. And baby, this is where the story began. Now Muley is in the room with the brothers. He's been reassigned to their room. So right off the bat, Genji's moving different. Now, when Genji asked Muley to be down with him, he really didn't want his peach. He liked the fact that Muley was very crafty and Muley knew how to maneuver and steal. Because Muley took from the brother, or I think he took from him. And he liked the fact that he was very crafty and smooth with it. So originally that was his plan, but Muley ends up putting his foot in his mouth and agrees to give up his hot cross buns. So now Muley is Genji's peach holder. He got that strip of blonde in his hair, which represents Genji's property. And the thing about Muley is he got the attention of both brothers. The younger brother has fallen in love with Muley too. And baby, Muley is going through it in that clinker. Like, and the whole time the whole reason why he gambled and did all the little things he did before was to just take care of his family, his two sisters and his grandmother. And now you in the clinker. You got to deal with these two, but hopefully he gets out soon. But baby, Slam a Dog, listen, I'll tell you guys, go check it out. Honestly, y'all know I'm into some dark, twisted man hauls sometimes. If you are into my man haul Monday, you know I'm into some dark, twisted man hauls sometimes. It just does something for me. I don't know what it is about the crazy, but crazy is good to read sometimes. Crazy is entertainment. Crazy be having me having outbursts in public sometimes. And I be like, God damn, I have to remind myself I'm on a public train. And certain man hauls I can't read in public because I just react to it. It's just, you get so engulfed in it. It's almost like the pictures are moving. If you know what I'm saying, it's like you're watching a full-on movie, you know? But guys, I will tell you guys to check out Slammer Dog. It is a really good BL. Man, baby. You will not be disappointed. Also, another thing I wanted to touch on before we end off our live, because my hubba dub is on his way home. And let's see. It's a video that I have posted. So we have found. And yes, it is this video. Okay. This video has really, honestly, guys, I love you guys' feedback. I love the commentary. I love people being open and honest about their opinion and their support of the BL actors and actresses that we love, you know? And I noticed in a lot of comments, a lot of people were supporting that. And I was like, yes. But it was one comment that stuck out that I was not aware of. A person pointed out that people are more receptive to James versus being more receptive to Net. And I just want to know, why does it matter to a point? Like, why does it matter? If you accept James moving on, accept Net moving on. To our understanding, I think James is pursuing a music career and Net wants to continue making BL. And honestly, over here, we're looking forward to Love Upon a Time. I hope I'm saying the BL series right, because I watch a lot of BL drama series. So you're going to have moments where I get these names and these people mixed up because it's a lot. I watch a lot. But I'm really looking forward to the series that him and JJ are going to be in. And honestly, people who are coming for these actors for whatever changes and whatever they decide to do with their career, you have to understand that those are your personal proclivity of opinions. And hearing people don't necessarily need to hear it. My mother used to tell me there are things that you have in your head that's just not meant for other people to hear. And I think that that's the case. I don't think that they need to hear you basically saying I'm sad or I'm deeply hurt about changes that they're making to their career, that they're not, one, hurting anybody, two, blossoming in a different spectrum in a different way. If you really are a fan and you love these guys, I've said it in the video commentate into this fan me up. Respect them and celebrate them in whatever window, whatever avenue, whatever they decide to do with their career to better themselves in the way that they want to feel better and to be in their happiness. James' happiness right now just happens to be music, and Net is still connected to the BL drama world. So we're just going to love them separately in the avenues that they decide to want to occupy. How you feel about the separation of the pairing cannot be their problem. And it's so weird that this is a problem because, like I said in my video before, there were a lot of BL drama series that the pairing didn't even last beyond one series. And like I said, you're lucky you got two with them together. This is not the first time, and it damn sure won't be the last. Let's just love what we get. And sometimes it be couples that's paired together that we wish they were not even paired together. I have expressed that about one pair in particular. But you know what? People like them. I let them be great. You do not see me taking my time, okay? Taking my time and taking my opposable thumbs and writing hate on their videos and asking why they still pair together. Guess what? There are some fans out there that enjoys them. And y'all already know I'm talking about the pair from Love Syndrome 3. I am not a big fan of them, but they make sense to some people and some people enjoy their work. Listen, I'm not a big fan of them, so therefore you will hardly see me review any of their BL drama series because it doesn't entertain me. But that's my opinion. And I'm not asking them to do things to entertain me because they don't live for me. You see how that works? It's not my cup of tea, so therefore I don't drink it. That's what you just simply do. Just don't drink the tea. All right, so we got a comment from, let's see. I wish them good luck to both. Whatever makes them happy. Yes, whatever makes them happy. Shout out to Girl with Love 7. Yes, whatever makes them happy. You honestly cannot control. You understand this. We are strangers. These people do not know us. And therefore, the fact that they don't know us and the gracious of God that it looked like he actually cared about what she thought. Because you got some people that'll give you that empty look like, am I supposed to take this in? But luckily, he cared enough to have grace and to respond to her in such a caring way, like he cared about her feelings. But you gotta understand that this is selfish. To a level, it is selfish. So I mean, if you haven't seen my video, I'll play it for you.
Really bad.
It's okay.
Okay, actually, every time you mention your new partner, I feel very uncomfortable and maybe I'm shaking all over. You know? So I think it's too quick.
Yeah.
I need more time.
Yeah, I know that, but actually, if I say like, in fact, is for me, it's like almost 1 year, and I know you are like it's quite quickly, right? But the project have continue that, and I know that, and I know everything. I'm sad as well. But
I know.
Yeah.
It's just 2 months. I can't accept that.
Yeah, I know that. I know everything. I know everything. But yeah. But thank you so much.
So that was that video. That was the interaction in a nutshell, where she's expressing deep hurt, like she's like shaking and she's experiencing deep sadness that he's no longer paired with James and he's coming out with his new pair, JJ. And it's like, no, this is not what we're doing. 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 At the end of the day, understand that things are going to change. It's gonna be, sometimes it's gonna be a couple that's just like top tier. It's like a top tier pairing that's just not going to last. Sometimes I feel like production go back and think that, well, maybe if we paired this person with another person, it would have worked. Or pair them with, it's just like, at the end of the day, just enjoy the work and the product that they deliver. And that's what it is. Let's see. Girl with Love 7 said that was super rude of her. He was so kind. Yes, he was. Girl with Love 7. Yes, he was very kind. It's like you can't be doing this. You can't. And then also, honestly, she's lucky that they let her even have that commentary, because now you get certain actors where they have it where you can't ask them certain questions and you can't indulge in certain things because they ain't got the mental space to keep repeating themselves and reliving those feelings and having to keep explaining themselves. I can just imagine how many times he's been having to explain himself about somebody else choosing to do something else with their career, which he has no control over. So imagine you constantly having to explain something that you cannot even control, but people are coming to you like you're the reason why it's happening. That's crazy. All right. let's see. Girl was saying people get attached to these actors as if they own them. This is a job, and people change jobs. Korean BL actors do not stay paired. We enjoy their dramas. That is true. That is true. And the same thing with Taiwanese BL dramas as well. They don't stay paired up all the time. And you may see them do like a cameo, like sort of sometimes together or coincidentally meeting each other, but they're not paired. They don't really pair them or stress the pairing like Taiwanese BL dramas do. So let's not ruin a good thing. Okay? Let's not ruin a good thing. Because sometimes when you get a lot of this, you will get a lot of changes to your fan base. And I just feel like if Sis spent money to get her interaction, you should have chosen another question. You should have chose something else to talk about. I'm not paying for that type of interaction. That's just me. I'm sorry. You was better off asking him what's his favorite fruit than that. My opinion. What do you love to eat? What's your favorite restaurant? Something like that. I found it to be rude. So I agree with you, girl, with Love 7. I agree with you 100%. It was rude. And it's not just this. It's a lot of things that I have recently noticed when it comes to BL dramas, a few K-pop stars, and K-dramas. These are real people. These are real people, meaning these people feel and they will meet people in their life and they will fall in love with these people. One day they will wake up and they will want to change their career. They will change their passion. Just like one day you might like oranges and then the next day you might like grapes. People change. They're human. You cannot dictate what another human being does, especially if the human being don't even know you exist. Okay? Some of you guys, well, most of you guys, you're just a thumbs up on a few photos. And that's fine. That's the idea of it is you love the idea of this person and how they lead their life. You may identify, but you cannot control what that person does. That's not your job. That's not what you do. You support and you appreciate every aspect of their life that they share with you and whatever projects and things that they interact with, you just support them. You don't do this. This is not what you do. You cannot tell an actor how to live their life. You cannot tell them who to love and what. That's just not your place. And that's just, to me, crazy. Crazy. The whole idea of having an actor or actress that you look up to is because you identify with certain things with that person. And certain things that they decide to do can give you a hindsight on how to better your life if you identify with the things that they do or you enjoy what they do. They give you a little bit of joy, but that goes hand in hand. Just because they give you a little bit of joy, you can't be greedy with it. If they start going off to the beaten path of something different and they're no longer your cup of tea, it's time to put the cup down and just let it go. You don't get on, you don't do this, and you don't pay money to ask questions like this. This is what you don't do. So let's just love on these guys. Just love on them. Appreciate them. And, we do our recap, react. We give our opinions on how we feel about the work and not the character of the actor. Because at the end of the day, we don't know these people. And we don't really know what really happened between James and Nat. And honestly, it ain't our damn business. It's not our business. It's really not. I know that may hurt some people, but I'm sorry to tell you, it's not our damn business. It's not. So I'm just hoping to God that eventually stuff like this eventually stops. And I'm going to talk more about certain things because there's certain things in the BL community that's just really, 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 really bizarre. And you just gotta dial it back. You just gotta dial it back. I can see how you can be emotionally invested, but I think a lot of people, sometimes you just gotta go outside. Just gotta go outside and meet real people. You know, there's real people out there. You can make real friendships. Meet real people that enjoy what you enjoy. I think there's a context of, there's a lot of people who just, you live your life behind the screen instead of just cutting it off and going outside. And you put all that focus and that energy into these people who you don't know and they don't know you. And you can't have those high expectations out of them, you know? They're just regular people that just happen to act and be on our TV screen and enjoy doing it. And we enjoy their content. So please don't fuck it up. Okay? So guys, you already know, if you like, love, and enjoy our amazing reaction videos, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to know when we upload new videos. Also, we are going to be doing lives more because I missed you guys and I had fun tonight. We talked about some good BL drama series. And shout out to Girl with Love 7 for commenting on our video. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And thank you for tuning in, because this is something that I really wanted to talk about. I've noticed the comments on that video, and I'm just like, I am so happy I'm not the only person that feels that way, because shit is crazy. And we are going to talk more about this. I'm going to find more that we can talk about, and we can just support our guys on this channel. We're going to support you here. Here is where we support you. We talk our smack talk when it comes to production in these BL drama series. But we will love on the actors, because, you know, now if you're doing something bad, we're going to have to call a spade a spade. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. If you're doing something bad, we got to call a spade a spade. But guys, you already know, be you, be amazing, and most importantly, be safe out here in these crazy streets. Late as beautiful BL Bay.